What is up, everybody? Nick Fiore, creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel, right here on YouTube.com. It is Sunday, October 25th of 2020. It is a beautiful Sunday. Now, I have my window closed, obviously, but sun is definitely bright with the light shining right through the window blinds, the window behind me, obviously. But beautiful Sunday nonetheless. Hopefully hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday today. It's Sunday, October 25th of 2020, 6 days before Halloween, right here in the United States of America. And right here, right now, on the Furious Nation channel, right here on YouTube, is the WWE Hell in a Cell 2020 preview and predictions video. My first WWE pay-per-view preview and predictions video right here on the channel. And before I get started with that, and it's my first WWE pay-per-view preview and predictions video right here in the channel, I didn't do Clash of Champions and a few others before that because of, like, again, now busy stuff, obviously, with college stuff, so I couldn't do it then. Also, back with a few pay-per-views before Hell in a Cell, and just like Hell in a Cell, lack of build. And this one, Hell in a Cell this year, which is tonight, Hell in a Cell 2020 is tonight on the WWE Network, live stream from the WWE Network tonight at 7 o'clock. That's tonight with Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell, lack of card. There's like 5 matches on the card. And I expect a few more matches to be announced for Hell in a Cell tonight, but a lack of card nonetheless, though. It's like 5 matches on the card. I'm not really excited for tonight. Now, like I said, the few pay-per-views before Hell in a Cell tonight, I didn't do preview and predictions videos for those because I had busy college stuff. Plus, I didn't have the energy because of a poor build-up. But this is my first preview predictions video for a WWE pay-per-view right here in the channel. And and like I said, when I started at the very beginning of this channel, when I started it back in August this year, back like 2 months ago, I said I was going to do preview predictions videos for WWE pay-per-views, preview videos. I was going to do those right here in the channel. You're going to get one right here. And it starts with Hell in a Cell for tonight. I didn't do like Clash of Champions, and I didn't do I don't think I did SummerSlam either, I don't think, because of a lack of build and the build was just not good. But you know what? I was thinking like, all right, you know what? Because I didn't do SummerSlam preview video, I didn't do a Clash of Champions preview video. I was gonna do them, but I couldn't get myself to care because of a lack of build and all for the pay-per-views, you know. But third time's the charm. And preview predictions, pay-per-view WWE videos for preview. So the WWE pay-per-view preview videos right here in the channel. I promised you'd get it back in August this year, and you're gonna get it. Starting with Hell in a Cell 2020 preview predictions video right here, right now for Hell in a Cell tonight, right here on the Furious Nation channel, right here on YouTube.com. This is your official Hell in a Cell 2020 for WWE preview and predictions video right here on this very channel. Now, like I said, not much of a card tonight. There's like 5 matches on the card, and 3 out of the 5 are Hell in a Cells. I want to say this to you guys right now. 3 Hell in a Cell matches in one night is big time overkill. 1 is more than enough. 2, it's but 3 is way too fucking much. You don't need 3 Hell in a Cells in one night. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton for the WWE Championship one-on-one inside the cell is one of the cell matches for tonight. I don't care because the feud has not been that good at all, and the match doesn't even call for Hell in a Cell. McIntyre versus Orton for the WWE title inside Hell in a Cell doesn't make any sense. It doesn't call for the structure. Feuds like Sasha and Bayley, that calls for Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, they don't necessarily need the cell, but their feud has been so good as of late that I don't mind the Hell in a Cell stipulation with Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, and with Jey Uso and Roman Reigns inside the cell tonight. It's not just a regular Hell in a Cell, it's a I Quit Hell in a Cell, so that should be pretty interesting tonight. And because I'm liking what Roman and Jey are doing and what Sasha and Bayley, those four people, because I've been liking what those four people have been doing as of late over on SmackDown, the only matches, like Hell in a Cell, I'm not excited for tonight. There's only two matches I'm excited about for Hell in a Cell tonight. Sasha Banks and Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title inside Hell in a Cell, and Roman Reigns and Jey Uso inside Hell in a Cell, and I Quit Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. Those are the only two matches I'm excited for Hell in a Cell tonight. The rest, I don't care. Otis and The Miz, just get the briefcase off of Otis. Seriously, he's done nothing with it since May when he won it at Money in the Bank. Elias and Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy gets brought to Raw to feud with Elias. Are you kidding me? Elias, a dead, stale novelty act and a one-trick pony. Jeff Hardy deserves so much better than that. And then, like I said, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Orton lost clean at SummerSlam, and then lost clean at Payback, and then lost clean at Clash of Champions. And yet he gets another title shot again against Drew McIntyre, but this time inside Hell in a Cell. McIntyre and Orton, why do they need the cell? It makes zero fucking sense. And the feud, and like I said, the feud is good. Do they call for the cell structure? Absolutely not. They don't. If the feud was good, then I said yes, but McIntyre and Orton, the feud has been boring. At this point, with McIntyre versus Orton, just end it already at this point. I'm so sick and tired of that feud. Just end it. And McIntyre better retain. If Orton wins, and now I'm going to say later on with this preview and predictions video for Hell in a Cell tonight, right here right now on the channel, I'm going to give out later who do I think should win McIntyre and Orton for Hell in a Cell tonight, but we're going to go over that later on in this video. But McIntyre and Orton, like I've said, their feud, very piss poor. And it's not Drew McIntyre's fault. It's not. Feud to be done. Just end the feud tonight and put McIntyre in something more, and put McIntyre in something that's different. That's not Randy Orton. That's all I got to say on that. But Hell in a Cell tonight, I'm not excited at all. Only two good matches. Now, Raw Hell in a Cell Go Home show last Monday night was so bad. The SmackDown Hell in a Cell Go Home show with SmackDown on FS1 this past Friday night with SmackDown, that was a better Go Home show than what Raw did last week. But again, Hell in a Cell tonight, am I excited? No. I'm not excited for Hell in a Cell tonight. I'm not. There's only two matches I'm excited for tonight. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso and Sasha Banks and Bayley. Excited for 2 matches out of 5. Somebody being excited for only 2 matches out of 5 for a pay-per-view, it's not good. When you have 3 other matches that people don't give a shit about, it's not good, man. It's not good. But those are my thoughts on all that. And let's get started. Right? So 2020 preview predictions video right here on YouTube for the Furious Nation YouTube channel. And we're going to get started with that right here, right now. Now, before we get started, for those of you who are watching this for the very first time, I'm Nick Fiore. This is obviously the Furious Nation YouTube channel right here on YouTube.com. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. And for social media platforms, I'm on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579 over on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014 and Facebook. I'm also on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook too, and if you want to add me as a friend on Facebook, you can if you want. It's not required, but You can if you like, so it's optional. And my Facebook page link will be in the description right after this very video. So that is that as far as social media platforms goes. Remember to hit the like button. Please hit that like button. I'm begging you, please hit that like button. And remember to hit that subscribe button as well. And remember to hit that bell for all notifications when it comes to the videos coming from this very YouTube channel. So then that way, you know, when so then that way, you know, when I'm on here doing videos for you guys right here on the channel. And that is that as far as social media platforms goes and as far as the YouTube stuff goes. And also, one little quick thing right before we get started with Hell in a Cell preview and predictions right here, right now. I've been thinking as of late, and I want you to put this in the super chat or in the comment section right after this video is done processing, right after the end of this very video. I've been thinking about this as of late, and correct me, and I believe I said this in August when I started launching this channel, and I've been thinking about this as of late, guys. I'm thinking about doing some video gaming here in the channel, and if you can, in either the super chat or in the comment section, right after this video is done processing, I want you guys to put in the chat or in the comment section which video gaming. Now I have a PS4, a PS2, an Xbox One, an Xbox 360. Now, for PlayStation 2, I have WWE SmackDown vs. Raw games from 06 to 2011 for the PlayStation 2. For the PS4 for now, I have WWE 2K20, 19, and 18. And also for PS4, I have Call of Duty World War II, one of the Spider-Man video games, and Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PlayStation 4. So in the comment section or in the super chat, out of those games I just mentioned, let me know which games you would like to see me do right here in the channel. And if you want to take a vote, let me know what you'd like to see. And if you do so, I will play. I will. And once you and if you put in the video games I just mentioned, if you put in the either super chat or comment section, doesn't matter which one, whichever one you wish, put down in the comment section or the super chat which games you like to see me play here in the channel first with the video games I just mentioned. And like I said, I've been thinking about doing video gaming right here in the channel as of late. And for now, I have PS4 and PS2. I do have Xbox One and Xbox 360, but it's at my other house, and that's where my younger sister is. But the few days ago, where she works, one of her workers tested positive for coronavirus, and my younger sister got a COVID test a few days ago, this past Friday. And I don't know if she's going to test positive or negative. Hopefully she comes back negative. But that's why I can't do Xbox One or Xbox 360 for now. But hopefully my sister comes back negative. And yeah. So just to let you guys know on that. So hopefully my sister tests negative. And hopefully I can get to Xbox One, Xbox 360. Hopefully I get to that pretty soon. And that as far as video gaming right here in the channel goes. So once again, video games I mentioned: GTA 5, WWE 2K18, 2K19, 2K20, Call of Duty World War II, one Spider-Man video game, SmackDown vs. Raw 06, 07, 08, 09, 2010, 2011. Those games I just mentioned a few minutes ago. Put down in the comment section or the super chat which ones you'd like to see play first, which one of those video games you'd like to see me play first right here on the Furious Nation YouTube channel right here on youtube.com. And that is that as far as social media. Sorry, not social media. Sorry about that, guys. And that is that as far as video gaming right here in the channel goes and is concerned. So let's get started with Hell in a Cell 2020. 5 matches on the card tonight, like I said. We're going to talk about this match first. Otis versus The Miz with John Morrison, a one-on-one for the Money in the Bank briefcase or contract. They call it contract. They don't call it briefcase, which I don't know why. It's apparently the briefcase is on, apparently the word briefcase is on Vince McMahon's current band terms, which is ridiculous in my opinion. The devil doesn't matter. Contract, briefcase, it's the same exact thing. But you know what you guys mean. But you know what I mean, guys. But Otis from SmackDown versus Miz and Morrison from Raw. Otis versus Miz for Otis's Money in the Bank contract. Now, I really want to say this right now. I don't hate Otis. I don't hate Heavy Machinery. I love Heavy Machinery. I love Otis. I think the guy is funny and hilarious, and I like them. They're a good tag team. But what has Otis done with the Money in the Bank? What has Otis done with the Money in the Bank briefcase, guys? He's done absolutely nothing with it. He's done nothing with it. He's had the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he's had a lunchbox that almost looks like the briefcase, and he's put ham and cheese sandwiches in the actual Money in the Bank briefcase. So it's like Otis with the briefcase. It's a joke, and I hate to say that about Otis because I love Otis and Heavy Machinery. But that Money in the Bank needs to come off Otis fast. He's done absolutely zero with it. And Otis is a tag team wrestler. He's nowhere near ready for a world title push. He's not ready for that. Nowhere near ready for that. Even in the mid-card, I don't think Otis is ready for that either. Otis right now is a tag team wrestler at best. And they split up Otis and Tucker this year with the draft when they sent Tucker to Monday Night Raw. They never should have done that. They never should have broke up Heavy Machinery. In my honest opinion. And Otis is just Otis on his own as a main eventer. He's not ready. He needs more time. It's way too soon for that. So I think, yeah, Otis winning the Money in the Bank this past Money in the Bank, yeah, it was an unpredictability thing. I understand that. But Otis, when you think about it, right now, for that main event level as a world champion, right now, he's not ready for that. He's not. He really isn't. And I think giving him the Money in the Bank briefcase was a mistake. And technically, if you watch the men's Money in the Bank this past May at Money in the Bank, you watch that match at the end of it, right? AJ Styles technically had his hands. AJ Styles technically had his hands. AJ Styles technically and literally had his hands on that briefcase before Otis caught it. Because Otis, because of his size, he can't climb the ladder. And the briefcase happened to slip out of AJ's hands, and Otis just happened to catch it. So Otis got lucky big time this past May at Money in the Bank. That briefcase is literally AJ Styles or Baron Corbin's. I'd say AJ Styles, but Otis was lucky big time in my opinion. And Otis versus The Miz, I don't understand that. And correct me if I'm wrong. The Miz, he's won a Money in the Bank contract already 10 years ago. It was Money in the Bank 2020, Raw 2010 Money in the Bank ladder match for a WWE title match. The Miz won that 10 years ago. And then obviously the Raw after Survivor Series 2010 in Florida, that Raw in the main event, he cashed in his Money in the Bank on Randy Orton and won the WWE Championship, was The Miz, a good moment. So The Miz's WWE title run was booked like shit in late 2010 going into early 2011, but that was not The Miz's fault. But 10 years ago, The Miz won the Money in the Bank. So The Miz has won a Money in the Bank already. So why is it Otis versus Miz? Why can't we get Otis versus John Morrison Now, John Morrison's never won a Money in the Bank, and he's never won a world title before in WWE, ever. The Miz is a former WWE champion. Why can't it be Otis versus Morrison? Why? Why does it have to be The Miz? Seriously. Like, The Miz has Mr. Money in the Bank. Been there, done that. Why not have it be Morrison? It's something new. It's something different. It's something fresh. But then again, this is WWE. This is Vince McMahon. This is Kevin Dunn. This is Bruce Pritchard. So, am I shocked about this? Of course not. But I will say this: that briefcase needs to come off of Otis. Otis has done nothing with the briefcase, and the briefcase has got to come off Otis. At this point, I don't care if I don't even care if it's Miz and Morrison with the contract. And at this point, just get the briefcase off Otis. That's all that needs to happen. If the briefcase does not come off Otis, it's a failure. It's a failure. Otis needs to lose that Money in the Bank. And I hate to say that about Otis because I love Otis and Heavy Machinery, guys. I really do. But that Money in the Bank contract or briefcase, it so needs to come off Otis. That's all I got to say on that. So then the next match, Jeff Hardy versus Elias. Now, the 2020 draft of this year, night 2, on Raw a few weeks ago, Jeff Hardy was drafted to Raw along with Elias. They had that Raw triple threat a few weeks ago on Raw with Jeff Hardy versus Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles won after Elias interfered and attacked Jeff Hardy from behind with the guitar, allowing AJ to pin Jeff for the victory. And that is how apparently we got this match. And then Elias had his concert thing on Raw last week. Fucking boring. Elias had his concert thing on Raw season premiere last week. Then Jeff Hardy ruins it. And then after that, they announced Jeff Hardy and Elias for Hell in a Cell for tonight, this past Monday night on Raw. I would be lying to you guys if I told you I cared about this match, because I don't. And I hate to say that because Jeff Hardy, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, right next to Daniel Bryan. My top 2 favorite wrestlers of all time, my opinion currently, Daniel Bryan and Jeff Hardy. But Jeff Hardy deserves so much better than this. Why is he in a feud with Elias? You bring him to you draft Jeff Hardy to Monday Night Raw this year in the draft, right? To feud him with Elias. You serious? That's the best you have for Jeff Hardy on Monday Night Raw? If that was the best you had for Jeff on Monday nights, you could have kept him on SmackDown. We could have got Jeff Hardy on SmackDown feuding with Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. We could have gotten that. But no, what does WWE do? That's right. Let's move Jeff Hardy to Monday Night Raw and let's put him in a worthless feud with Elias that no one's going to give a shit about anyways, right? That's better than Jeff Hardy and Roman Reigns. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, dude. And Elias, man, a one-trick pony and a dead and stale novelty act. But he's a better babyface than a heel, man. The guy is dead. The guy is just dead with a guitar gimmick. It's and Elias, what did he do on SmackDown? Oh, he beat Baron Corbin at WrestleMania 36, man. Does anyone remember that? I don't. I'm sure you guys don't remember that either. And then Elias was in the IC title tournament this past May when AJ Styles took time off because of COVID. And then Elias gets injured. And then what do they do with Elias after that? The guy's been hurt for months. And what did Elias do on SmackDown? Zero. And do you expect Elias to do anything on Monday Night Raw? He will be worse on Monday Night Raw. I guarantee that, folks. I guarantee that. And if you remember the IC title tournament this past May, it was an episode of SmackDown on Fox, late May of this year. Remember that good SmackDown episode where they had that chaotic open where they had the parking lot, Jeff Hardy and Elias were attacked, and Jeff Hardy was framed, and then Sheamus apparently framed Jeff Hardy when Sheamus and Jeff Hardy were feuding at that time. Remember that? Raw is literally rehashing that storyline from like what, 5 months ago? Yeah, that's gonna get me excited. Said no one ever. But Elias, I want to talk about Elias. There was a time I did like him, and there was a time when he was being booked correctly. There was a time when he was genuinely and organically over. It was 2 years ago in 2018, and there was Money in the Bank 2018, the Intercontinental title match between Seth Rollins and Elias. Elias should have won the IC title there. Did they put the IC title on Elias at Money in the Bank 2018? Did they do that? Of course not. They didn't strike while the iron was hot. And then you look at Elias from 2018, and then you look at Elias right now, and it's not the same guy. It really isn't. Right now, the guy is nothing but as a legit champion, and the guy will never be title material. Seriously, the guy is a stale and dead novelty act, and a one-trick pony that will go nowheres in this company. And Elias is a loser. He is. When was the last time he won a match? Like, and then Elias for Jeff Hardy tonight. Oh, but Elias beating Jeff Hardy, that's a big win for Elias, man. Elias is still a loser. And Jeff Hardy losing to Elias. You really want to do that? Jeff Hardy deserves so much better than fucking Elias. Like I said, if this is the best you have for Jeff Hardy on Monday Night Raw, send him back to SmackDown. If this is the best you have for Jeff Hardy on Monday Night Raw, like Jeff Hardy versus Elias, that's the best you have for Jeff on Monday Night Raw. Elias, why can't we get Jeff Hardy and Drew McIntyre? Why can't we get Jeff Hardy and The Fiend? Why can't we get, say, Jeff Hardy and who else have a fucking Raw? Jeff Hardy and Keithley. Jeff Hardy and Mustafa Ali. Jeff Hardy versus The Hurt Business. Why can't we get that? But no, we're getting Jeff Hardy and Elias. Oh, Jeff Hardy and Elias. That's a great match on Epic Proportions. People want to see that. That's good shit, says Vince McMahon. Good shit. Good shit. You kidding me? Jeff Hardy versus Elias is nowhere near good shit. Jeff Hardy versus Elias. I'm picking Jeff Hardy because why would you have Jeff lose to Elias? That would be dumb. That would be absolutely fucking stupid. So Jeff Hardy will win tonight, in my opinion. That's my prediction for Jeff Hardy versus Elias tonight. And Elias will continue to be a loser. He did nothing on SmackDown, and he will be fucking worse on Monday Night Raw. Just have Jeff Hardy beat Elias tonight and put Jeff Hardy in something more relevant. Who gives a shit about Elias? Seriously. Jeff deserves so much better than this. Jeff Hardy deserves better. He really does. This is the best shot for Jeff Hardy on Monday Night Raw. Feuding him with Elias. And rehashing a storyline from, 5 months ago? You fucking kidding me? Jeff Hardy deserves so much better than facing off against Elias. And if this is the best you have for Jeff on Raw, send him back to SmackDown and have him feud with Roman Reigns. That's all I got to say on that. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Hell in a Cell. WWE Championship. How many times have these two faced each other? Since SummerSlam? Now, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. They had their title match at SummerSlam this past August, right? Drew McIntyre won clean via backslide pin. Next night on Raw after SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre comes out. I beat Orton. Yeah, I beat Orton clean at SummerSlam, but you know what? I'm going to give Orton another title shot. I understand being a fighting champion, but don't make yourself look like an idiot. And I know it's not Drew McIntyre's fault. So then Payback 2020, Randy Orton versus Keithley, non-title. Randy Orton loses to Keithley clean in 7 minutes at Payback. So Keithley beats Randy Orton clean in 7 minutes at Payback. 1 week after SummerSlam this year. Then the Raw after Payback this year. It's Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler versus Keithley in a triple threat, with winner fighting McIntyre for the WWE title at Clash of Champions last month. Orton wins that triple threat. So then we get Orton and McIntyre for the WWE title again at Clash of Champions, this time in an ambulance match. Then Orton loses clean again there. So Orton loses clean again to McIntyre at Clash of Champions for the title, but this time in an ambulance match. And then a few weeks ago on Raw, we had the Raw main event, the worthless six-man tag, Drew McIntyre and the Street Profits versus Rude, Ziggler, and Orton. The ending of that six-man tag, Orton pins the champion McIntyre clean. McIntyre, the champion, loses clean in that match on Raw to Orton via the RKO. So your champion McIntyre loses clean to Orton, which is illogical fucking booking if you ask me. So then we get Orton and McIntyre, and then the Raw after Clash Champions this year with the legends on Raw that night, on that Raw with Ric Flair, Christian, Shawn Michaels, and Big Show. They're on that Raw episode in the beginning, and then later on at the end of that Raw episode, Orton has the night vision goggles. He turns the lights out and he lays out Christian, Michaels, Flair, and Big Show. Does Orton, and then we get Orton, and then we get Orton and McIntyre for the WWE title again at Hell in a Cell, but this time inside Hell in a Cell. McIntyre versus Orton, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. How many times have we seen this right now since August? Like what? 1, 2, 3 times now at least. 4 if you want to count the six-man tag from Raw a few weeks ago. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Enough of this. Just end the feud tonight at Hell in a Cell and just get it done and over with. And I know, and there's rumors I'm hearing of Edge and Randy Orton again at either next year at either the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania next year. I'm hearing some people say, "Oh, it should be for the title." I don't think it should. It shouldn't be for the title. Realistically, Drew McIntyre should be the WWE champion going into WrestleMania next year. And WrestleMania next year is where McIntyre should drop the title to. Now, who do I think McIntyre should face next year at WrestleMania, defending his WWE Championship against? Well, I've been thinking, what about Matt Riddle? But there's Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee. They've done it at least a couple times. They gave it away for free on Raw weeks ago. Oh, but it was a no contest, though, man. It doesn't matter. A match is a match, like Adam says. A match is a match. A promo is a promo. A segment's a segment. A move is a move. It counts. So, but it's a no contest, though, Nick. It doesn't freaking matter. It counts. It counts. So I was gonna say, but Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, that could be at WrestleMania, though, man. But they've done it already. At least more than 2 or 3 times on Raw weeks ago, like a month ago. So, yeah, there's Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, but that should be done before WrestleMania, in my opinion. Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, forget about it. Who the hell wants to see that? I don't. I'm sure you guys don't want to see that either. Strowman and McIntyre. Who the fuck wants to see? Who wants to see Braun Strowman versus Drew McIntyre? Who the hell wants to see that? Seriously, who the fuck wants to see that? Braun Strowman on SmackDown, Universal Champion for 4 months. Braun Strowman, worst world champion of all time, outside of the Great Khali and Jinder Mahal. You really want to do Strowman and McIntyre? That Strowman versus McIntyre belongs nowhere near WrestleMania. That does not scream WrestleMania at all. That's not even where That's not even worthy. That's not even worthy on being on the WrestleMania pre-show. If you ask me, that's how bad Strowman vs. McIntyre would be. The match would suck. Nobody wants to see that. Drew McIntyre, Tyson Fury. Don't even get me started on that. Who the hell wants to see that too? Oh, but Tyson Fury's an undefeated boxing champion, man. The guy can't even throw a proper punch. He makes Shane McMahon's punches look like the rocks. Seriously. Oh, but it's UK versus UK, man. I don't care. Drew McIntyre versus Tyson Fury should not be happening. Now, if it was Drew McIntyre and Pete Dunne, that's a different story. Because Pete Dunne is legit fucking badass. Pete Dunne is not a goofball. Pete Dunne is not an idiot. Pete Dunne is a good wrestler. He knows how to fucking wrestle. And he's a legit badass, and he would kick your ass, is Pete Dunne. Tyson Fury, he's a goofball. He's a goof. Drew McIntyre and Tyson Fury, nobody wants to see that. I'm picking either Drew McIntyre versus Pete Dunne or Drew McIntyre versus Matt Riddle. Those are probably Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle. Now, that would be a good match, in my opinion, next year at WrestleMania for the WWE title. Let me know what you guys think on that down in the super chat in the comment section with this very video. But Drew McIntyre and Orton, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, they've done this at least 3 times right now. I'm so ready for this feud to be over. Just end the feud tonight. And realistically, I think McIntyre should win. And Edge versus Randy Orton, that feud, it doesn't need the WWE title. Oh, but it needs the title. No, it doesn't. They can do it without the title. Have McIntyre retain tonight. Have him go into Mania next year as the WWE champion. That's what needs to happen. And I've said this with Adam a few weeks ago. Watch The Fiend go in the cell tonight and have him attack Drew McIntyre. Watch them do the Fiend and Drew McIntyre feud on Raw for Raw feud for the WWE title after Hell in a Cell. Watch them do that. And do you think the Fiend stands a chance against Drew McIntyre? Hell in a Cell 2019 last year with Seth Rollins with the DQ finishes at the cell. Last year with burying the Fiend, that was strike 1. Strike 2 was Goldberg this past February in Saudi Arabia at Super Showdown. Strike 3 is Drew McIntyre, and then the Fiend will be forever dead and buried. Watch Raw do that. Watch them fucking do that. I would not be surprised. And the Fiend and McIntyre, I am not interested in that at all. At all. McIntyre, I'm picking to retain tonight against Randy Orton. I'm picking Drew McIntyre to retain the WWE Championship for Hell in a Cell tonight. Next match. Hold on a second, guys. Let me take a sip of my water. Make sure I have a good voice for you guys. Much, much better. Always good with the water, you know. So anyways, back to business. Hell in a Cell I Quit match for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns defending the Universal Championship against Jey Uso with Paul Heyman at ringside for Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns. And then a stipulation for this match, like Roman talked about at the end of SmackDown this past Friday night on FS1. The stipulation for this match, if Jey, and it's an I Quit Hell in a Cell with Roman and Jey tonight for the Universal title. If Jey Uso loses, and it's a Hell in a Cell I Quit match, if Jey Uso loses or says I quit, he and his brother Jimmy Uso will have to take orders and acknowledge Roman Reigns as the Tribal Chief, and will have to join Roman Reigns. And if they don't, the Usos and their immediate families will be exiled from the NOI Samoan family. So I want to say this right now. The stipulation's pretty interesting. And what's also interesting is I quit Hell in a Cell. There's Hell in a Cell, and then now I quit Hell in a Cell. I quit Hell in a Cell. I can, it's something different. I don't think we've ever seen a Hell in a Cell match with an I quit stipulation. So this should be pretty interesting. And Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, it should be a really good match tonight. Now, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, they had their masterpiece at Clash of Champions with Roman and Jey, with the Usos throwing in the towel, Jimmy throwing in the towel for Jey, for his brother Jey, and Roman telling Jey to call him the Tribal Chief and Jey being defiant. That was their booking with that match. Clash Champions was fucking excellent. It was so fucking brilliant. Now, their match tonight with Hell in a Cell, is it going to be better than their match at Clash Champions? Are they going to top themselves with that? I don't know. I don't know, but we'll have to see what happens. But Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, the match should be very good tonight. I'm sure those two guys are going to kill it tonight, no doubt. And I've been enjoying their feud as of late over on SmackDown. And Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, I heard rumors a little while ago, guys. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso at Clash Champions, about how that happened at Clash Champions a month ago. I heard rumors that was only supposed to be a one and done. But a lot of people were really praising that feud highly. So, and it was supposed to be the Fiend and Roman Reigns tonight, but those plans were completely scrapped. And we're getting Roman Reigns, Jey Uso tonight because with Jey and Roman from last month of Clash Champions, because the match was really good, and because a lot of people were praising Jey versus Roman feud on SmackDown. Because of all that, that's why we're getting Roman Reigns, Jey Uso again tonight. And I don't mind another match between the two tonight, because if you watched our match at Clash of Champions a month ago, Roman wasn't beaten, and neither was Jey. Neither guy was pinned or made to submit. And both guys were protected a month ago. And Roman versus Jey last month was booked perfectly last month at Clash of Champions. So I don't mind another match between Jey and Roman tonight. And it probably is the last time we see Roman versus Jey tonight, because I think Roman Reigns retains the title tonight. There's no way Roman's losing that title tonight. I think Roman's retaining the championship. I think Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, is retaining the Universal Championship tonight. And I think he's going to make Jey Uso say, I quit. And I think we're going to see the Usos join the Roman Reigns. And correct me if I'm wrong, weren't there rumors not too long ago that Roman Reigns wanted to have a big heel stable on SmackDown with Paul Heyman as a manager, with Roman Reigns and the Usos being some of those members in that heel faction on SmackDown with Roman and Heyman, with Jimmy and Jey Uso being some of them, and then other members in the group sometime later on down the line. So it looks like those rumors might come to fruition starting with tonight. And if that's the case, I'm all for it. Maybe a Samoan-like heel stable on SmackDown, or maybe add Aleister Black and Apollo Crews in that group. Maybe add Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott in the group. Maybe, it's possible. But with Roman Reigns with a heel stable on SmackDown led with Paul Heyman as a manager, if those rumors are true, I'm all for it. I am all for it. Imagine that Aleister Black. Now, Aleister Black, do you know how dead Aleister Black is right now? Imagine him joining Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. Imagine that. That would be great in my opinion. But I think that would be awesome, in my opinion. But Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, I've been enjoying their feud. I really have. And Roman Reigns, Jey Uso are family. Best family or best friends makes for a really good rivalry. And at first, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, it was like in the beginning, this doesn't make sense whatsoever. But then looking at their feud, now, it's really awesome stuff. And Roman Reigns, Jey Uso should be a really good match tonight. And like I said, I think Roman's going to make Jey, I quit. And I think in the end, I think the Usos are going to join Roman Reigns and they're going to call Roman the Tribal Chief. Tribal Chief. All right. All right. Sorry, that was my grandparents. Ignore the interruption, but anyways, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. Jey Uso's not winning that title tonight. Roman's definitely retaining. Roman's holding that title. In my opinion, Roman's holding that Universal title up until at least Mania next year, where I think he could lose it to Daniel Bryan or a Big E or Adam Cole. I think Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan is the way to go. If The Rock, if they can't get The Rock to come in for WrestleMania next year, but anyways, Roman Reigns is my pick to retain the Universal Championship tonight, and I think Jey Uso is going to say I quit inside Hell in a Cell tonight. The match should be damn good tonight. The match should be really good tonight. I expect these two to have a really good match tonight. And I think Jimmy and Jey Uso, I think they're both going to be Roman Reigns' assistants, and I think they're going to join Roman Reigns, and I think they're going to be calling Roman the Tribal Chief. And like I said, rumors of Roman in a heel stable with Heyman on SmackDown, it looks like those rumors could come to fruition with starting with tonight. Those rumors could come true and could come to fruition starting with tonight. It's possible. And if there's going to be a Roman heel stable on SmackDown with Heyman as a manager, if that's the direction they're going to go, if that's the direction they're going to do, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let me know what you guys think on that down in the super chat or in the comment section with this video. But Roman Reigns, Jey Uso tonight, I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. You should be too. And I think the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, will still be the Universal Champion right here tonight at Hell in a Cell. And then our main event. And then the last match on the card. And this match, last match on the card, and this last match out of 5 matches on the card for tonight, Hell in a Cell tonight. This match should main event Hell in a Cell tonight. I don't care what anyone says. As good as Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, as good as that feud has been, it should not main event tonight. Yeah, and yes, Drew McIntyre is the WWE champion, and the WWE title is the #1 title in the WWE company, and it should main event the WWE pay-per-view. But McIntyre and Orton, the feud has not been good whatsoever. It's not been good at all, in my opinion. McIntyre versus Orton, that feud has been terrible, in my opinion. And yes, McIntyre is a WWE champion, and the WWE title is the #1 title in the WWE company. I understand that. But McIntyre and Orton, their feud has been shit. Their feud has not been good at all over on Monday Night Raw. And Orton and McIntyre doesn't deserve, and Orton versus McIntyre does not deserve to main event Hell in a Cell tonight. What deserves to main event Hell in a Cell tonight? I'll tell you what deserves to main event Hell in a Cell tonight. Sasha Banks versus Bayley inside Hell in a Cell for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, I do want to say a few things about this right now. Sasha Banks and Bayley, this should be for WrestleMania. I think it's too soon to do this tonight. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for their match tonight. The match should be really good tonight. But their match should be at WrestleMania, not tonight, in my opinion. That's my take on that. And Bayley is the current SmackDown Women's Champion. Her second reign, I think it's going to be 380-day reign with tonight and all. But Bayley's held that title for a very long time. Even her combined reigns as SmackDown Women's Champion with her first and second reign as champion. But who do I think should win tonight? I'm picking Bayley to retain tonight. Bayley retains after the match. She beats Sasha Banks down so bad that it takes Sasha out to the Rumble next year, where Sasha wins the Women's Rumble next year. And then we get Sasha and Bayley next year at Mania for the SmackDown Women's title, where Sasha finally wins the belt there next year at WrestleMania. That's what I think should happen. What do you think might happen tonight? Do you think we're gonna? Now you may ask Nick hey Nick, do you think we're gonna do SmackDown Women's Champion tonight? after watching SmackDown this past Friday in FS1, we might. We might. Now, I mean, it could possibly happen. Sasha win the title tonight. Plus, Sasha said lately on SmackDown the past few weeks, and with WWE statistics and all, there's only been 3 Hell in a Cell matches for the women. Hell in a Cell 2016 for the Raw Women's title, Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title. Last year, Hell in a Cell, inside Hell in a Cell for the Raw Women's title last year with Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. And the third one tonight, Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown Women's title, Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Sasha's been in the first 3 women Hell in a Cells, and all 3 of them have been against all members of the 4 Horsewomen, Sasha, Bayley, Becky, and Charlotte. Now, Sasha lost the one against Charlotte, and then one against Becky. Is 3 times the charm. And Sasha Banks calls herself the boss of the cell. Is Sasha winning tonight? Is 3 times the charm, or does Bayley retain? I'm picking Bayley to retain, and then Sasha wins the belt from Bayley at Mania next year. Because Bayley has a long reign as SmackDown Women's Champion right now. Why not extend it all the way till Mania next year, where Sasha wins the belt finally there? That's just my take on that. That's what I would do. If I was a creative writer, that's what I would do, guys. Let me know what you guys think on that. But with the statistic, Sasha Banks' third Hell in a Cell and being the boss of the cell, they've been saying that the past few weeks over on SmackDown with Sasha Banks. Sasha might win the title tonight. We might get a new champion tonight. And I even read betting odds earlier. Now, betting odds, not all betting odds are right. So not betting odds, they're mostly right, but not all of them. But betting odds are not always right. I mean, with WWE betting odds for pay-per-view, WWE pay-per-view specials and all, the betting odds are mostly right, but they're not always right. But I read betting odds earlier today that Sasha, the final betting odds tonight, now they could always change, and take this with a grain of salt. Sasha is favored to win tonight, but now, so we might get a new champion tonight. I think Bayley should retain, and then Sasha wins from Bayley at Mania next year, and then Banks wins the title off Bayley from back next year at WrestleMania in 2021. That's my thought. Those are my thoughts on that. That's what I would do if I was on the creative team in WWE currently. But Sasha Banks, I don't know what you guys think on that. We might get a new SmackDown Women's Champion tonight. It could happen. It might happen. Now, if Sasha wins the title tonight, yes, I'll be happy for her. But Sasha Banks, and Adams made mention to this, and I would have to agree with him. And Adam's not with me for Hell in a Cell preview video right here, by the way, guys. He'll be with me for the Hell in a Cell review tomorrow morning. But Sasha Banks, and Adam makes a good point with this, and I'd have to agree with the guy. 5 times. Sasha Banks has won the Raw Women's title 5 times. She's never won the SmackDown Women's title, but Sasha's won the Raw Women's title 5 times, and all 5 of her Raw Women's title reigns have been less than 30 days. Is that going to be the same fate with Sasha, but this time with Sasha as the SmackDown Women's Champion? I hope that's not the case. Now, but do I trust this company? I don't. I won't even trust them with I wouldn't even trust them with my dog. I wouldn't even trust them with my grandparents' dog. I wouldn't even trust them with my grandparents' Bichon Frise. Seriously. I don't have any trust in this company. I have no faith in this company whatsoever. But with Sasha's 5 reigns as Raw Women's Champion, all 5 of her Raw Women's title reigns with Sasha Banks being less than 30 days, I hope that I pray to God, and I pray to God, and I fucking hope that that is not the case with Sasha SmackDown Women's Champion. I hope that's not the case with Sasha SmackDown Women's Champion. I hope not. But we'll see what happens. And Sasha Banks and Bayley tonight, just like Roman Reigns and Jey Uso tonight, Sasha Banks and Bayley should be another good match tonight. And Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. I'm looking forward to that tonight. Same thing with Sasha Banks and Bayley tonight. And Sasha and Bayley have been enjoying what they've been doing for the past weeks on SmackDown as of late with Sasha and Bayley. And just like Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Sasha Banks and Bayley should be another damn good match tonight. And I don't know if Sasha wins the title tonight. If she does, I'll be happy for her. But with Sasha's 5 reigns as Raw Women's Champion being less than 30 days, do you trust this company to give Sasha a SmackDown title when it's over 30 days? I don't trust this company to do anything right. But Sasha holding a SmackDown Women's title for less than 30 days, I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case at all. I hope Sasha, as SmackDown Women's Champion, has a reign that's more than 30 days. Hopefully. And you also got to think about the Survivor Series this next month. Survivor Series is next month. NXT might be involved in the Survivor Series next month. Champion versus champion versus champion. What if one of those matches for Survivor Series next month in November, what if one of those matches on that card for next year's Survivor Series we get Sasha or Bayley versus Asuka versus Io Shirai, or Sasha versus Asuka versus Io, or Bayley versus Asuka versus Io? Now, champion versus champion matches on the main roster, mainly on Monday Night Raw, SmackDown too, but mainly on Raw. Champion versus champion matches given away on free television like fucking candy. But Bayley or Sasha versus Asuka versus Io, that could be a damn good match, and that could possibly steal a show next month with Survivor Series. But let me know what you guys think on that. That's another thing to think about with next month with the Survivor Series. If NXT is involved with the Survivor Series next month. If. And I use that term if very loosely. But Roman Reigns and Jey Uso should kill it tonight. Sasha Banks and Bayley should kill it tonight. And Bayley, I'm picking her to retain tonight, just like Roman Reigns with tonight with Hell in a Cell. But if Sasha wins the SmackDown Women's title tonight, I'd be happy for her. But again, Sasha's 5 reigns as Raw Women's Champion, less than 30 days. I hope that's not the case at all with Sasha's reign as SmackDown Women's Champion, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens with all of that. And that is your Hell in a Cell 2020 preview and predictions video right here on the Furious Nation channel, right here on YouTube.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me right here in the channel for the preview and predictions video for Hell in a Cell 2020 tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you guys had a good time right here. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Nick Fiore, and this is the Fiore Station YouTube channel right here on YouTube.com. And the next time you see me here on this channel, it's going to be Adam and I reviewing Hell in a Cell tonight. And the Hell in a Cell review will be up right here on the channel right here tomorrow morning. And Adam and I will be here on the channel to review Hell in a Cell 2020, which is tonight, tomorrow morning. Follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. Facebook, add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. I'm also on Facebook, so that is that as far as social media platforms goes. My Facebook page, I'll put that link in the description after the end of this very video very shortly. And that is that as far as social media platforms goes. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell for all notifications when it comes to the videos coming from this very YouTube channel, the Furious Nation YouTube channel, right here on YouTube.com. I'm Nick Fiore, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel, right here on YouTube.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the video, for the preview and predictions video for Hell in a Cell 2020 for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining with that. Hope you guys had a good time with this video right here on the channel. And I'll see you tomorrow. And Adam and I will be watching Hell in a Cell 2020 tonight, streaming live at 7 o'clock tonight on the WWE Network Live. And Adam and I will see you tomorrow morning, right here in this channel, right here in this very channel, for the Hell in a Cell 2020 review video. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the Hell in a Cell preview video. For the Hell in a Cell, thank you guys so much for joining me right here in the channel, right here, right now, for the Hell in a Cell 2020 preview and predictions video. And thank you guys so much for joining me with that. And Adam and I will see you tomorrow morning for the review, right here in the channel, for the review for Hell in a Cell, for WWE Hell in a Cell 2020. Talk to you guys later.